Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to another episode of Funday Sunday, and today we are in Graf Zepplin, and this battle is essentially a battle that I really don't understand how we won it, but there's also a few things I do want to talk about. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and show the teams. We are playing on Okinawa. We have a Lexington, Montana, Kurfürst, Iowa, 2 Tirpitz, a Zhao, Neptune, Rune, New Orleans, Graf Zepplin, and a Hadakaze. On the enemy team, there's a Shikaku, Kurfürst, Yamato, Fitagrossa, 2 Alabamas, Des Moines, 2 Magamis, Tupayev, Gearing, and a Fletcher on the enemy team. And probably one quick thing I'm going to go ahead and point out is look at the division on our team, the Lexington and the 2 Tirpitz. Keep an eye on them. If anything, I'll go ahead and point them out. One's right there. There's a Lexington and there's a Tirpitz. Keep an eye on them. Just kind of try to follow them on the minimap, if all. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later. So probably the first thing I really want to talk about, and it really comes down to the fairly recent occurrence that happened with the Graf Zepplin, the new German tier 8 CV that a certain YouTuber did not like. I agree with his points as far as I can tell from what he has told me or what he has shown. I don't really think it's worth, and I think it's kind of unjust to the player base that, you know, spend the time and the money and buy these ships where for the majority, you know, yes, I understand. I am concerned that it is pay to win. Some people are concerned that that's the case, and I mean, yeah, I can see that. It can be in certain cases, it can be the situation, except for Krasny Krim, was definitely a terrible ship, but it was semi-playable. The Graf Zeppelin, as far as from what he has said, does not sound like it's at all worth the time and effort, and especially the money. And that's probably my biggest complaint is the Graf Zeppelin, I believe, is being sold for $60 at the moment. And it's $60 that, you know, you put into a free-to-play game, which once again, this game is free-to-play. You can play this game without the need of buying doubloons, without the need of buying ships. This is essentially players that have enjoyed the game, that want to get these ships, and they're willing to actually pay hard-earned money. And for myself, I work. I have an actual job that I put 40 hours in a week, and, you know, I buy stuff with my hard-earned money. And when I, you know, buy something, and this is kind of how I felt with the Scharnhorst. And also, look at this. This is just luck. Sorry, but when I buy stuff, and it happened with the Scharnhorst. I mean, Scharnhorst is a fun ship. It's grown on me. But when I first got it, I felt cheated. Like, I thought it was a crap ship. And I still have some issues with it, but like I said, it's definitely grown on me. Now, for the Scharnhorst, I think it was also up in that range. So, you know, spending that money can be really aggravating, because once again, you could have used that money somewhere else. And as you can see, our team, we're just, I really don't, like I said, I don't know how our team won. I think the only reason our team won was the enemy team was almost just as bad, or played just as badly as our team did. I will give props to the Megami players there. They were very aggravating to deal with. They definitely kept going after me every time I opened up or they spotted me. So I really understand where this YouTuber is coming from, and probably most of you know who I'm talking about. His video got him removed from community contributor, and like I said, I'm not going to say his name, so if you want to go find out, I'm not going to directly say. He's okay with it as far as I can tell. I mean, it sounds very similar to what happened with that World of Tanks video that some, I forget the YouTuber's name, about pretty much a tank that's overpowered, and this is just the opposite of this. This is a ship that does not seem like it's completely finished, and now Wargaming can't really do much towards me because I'm not a community contributor. I'm making videos on my own free will. Yes, they could possibly do a copyright strike, but then again, that would be unfair to me, and they would not be able to get away with it because there's so many other people that do these type of videos, so they really can't do much to me. I do this on my own free will because I enjoy this game. And once again, it comes back to the fact that I want to have fun playing this game, and if I want to spend the money, and I have spent, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view it, I have spent a lot of money, and I enjoy this game. So them releasing a ship, and once again, I probably should go ahead and point this out there. I'm not a CV player. I suck at playing CV. I really, really do. I think I got up to the hero and I've just kind of stalled. I'm really rusty right now. I dare not even try to bring that out because I know I will probably do a downright terrible job and my team would hate me for it. So I don't want to do that to any teams I go up with. So this is coming from a community contributor who is a YouTuber that is actually really good playing CV, and if he has issues with it, then I mean we should pay attention. So just on the aspect that they have released a ship that in his opinion is terrible. Like, it is downright terrible. Like, it's unplayable. It cannot compete with the Shikaku or the Lexington or even the Enterprise. So them wanting essentially $60 for this virtual content, it can just be extremely aggravating. And also, I love the Graf Zeppelin's anti-air. See how many planes we shoot down. So them requesting this can be extremely aggravating because you're paying $60 for a ship that, yes, especially if you do want to buy a ship that is essentially that you're wanting to get all the ships that there is. And I know there are people that are collectors that like to collect ships out whenever they come out, but if you're wanting a ship, especially the only German CV there is, and this is the first time we've seen a carrier that's not of the Imperial Japanese or the USN CV, so it's unique, but at the exact same time, they went from super overpowered to unbelievably weak. Like, I think they could have done better, but once again, I'm not a CV player, so I'm gonna have to limit to my opinion on the Graf Zepplin. I have not played it, so this is just saying from that YouTuber on his opinion. So once again, just warning. So okay, back to the battle, and this is kind of aggravating. As you can see, the enemy team has 2 caps, and they're not really pushing. Like, they're just kind of, yes, they're doing a good job, but at the exact same time, they're not really pushing our team. Our team has 1 cap, and have you noticed, and I've been kind of keeping an eye on them myself, the Tirpitz players. Well, actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's see. There is 1 Tirpitz captain right there. Let's go ahead, just watch him for a bit. So both Tirpitz captains have essentially stayed around the Lexington this entire time. Okay, so they are firing. But they're firing at what exactly? And I really wish I could, here. Let me see if I can do this. So these Tirpitz ships have been selling around this Lexington this entire time. They really have not gone very far from the Lexington, and I'm wanting to see if I can watch their shells. I don't know if I can. So, in our opinion, at least from what a few of my clanmates, I probably should have mentioned, we do have clanmates. I am joined up with both Imperial and also Ty. Imperial is in the Zhao and Ty is in the Montana. We believe that the two turret ships are bots. Now, I don't know if this might... It seems really odd that they have always been around the Lexington in a certain amount of distance. Look, that's about 8-ish kilometers from the Lexington. So, in Ty's opinion, these turrets are actually, in fact, bots. And I honestly have not dealt that much into whether or not they are, and I mean, it's fully plausible, especially if you create fake accounts and you buy, because you can buy turrets or any premium ships and pass it off onto another player as a gift, and so you can pass it off to a different account, and essentially, if you possibly run a program, I will fully admit I'm probably the last person you want as a computer programmer, but if you do that, and there we go, got rid of that Mogami. Those Mogamis were a pain in the butt this entire battle. But essentially, in our opinion, they are essentially bots that he just brings into battle, provides additional AA, and possibly provide additional protection, because once again they don't really travel very far from the Lexington this entire time. They've constantly been around the friendly Lex, providing support, yes, but at the same time they're not really pushing out in. So our team really is it's just I really don't understand how we've managed to actually stay ahead, and it really comes down to the fact that we've taken out majority of their ships. We've held B for a little while. We've definitely held A for quite a while, the entire time, and I really don't know. I really don't know how we won this. Like, we sat back the entire time, but at least we were able to actually kind of push out. And here we have the enemy CV spotting me, so I go ahead and open up with my AA. And it looks like they are trying to make a push, but their Freddy is now gone. And there is the enemy Shikaku, finally spotted. And you really don't want to mess with the Grossovoy. The Grossovoy's AA is fairly decent, can chew up a tier 8 planes with no problems. And yes, that was with defensive AA, and that's why I think defensive AA is nice to have, because you can shoot down these planes. And kind of bad drop. I guess he expected me to speed up, and unfortunately I have slowed down considerably just to dodge those torpedoes, but we should be fine for the most part. Might get a hit here, yeah, but nothing too damning towards us. So overall, not too bad. And all that's left on the enemy team is this Shikaku, a Fletcher, and a Lonely Des Moines. And I'm gonna try my luck. Let's see if we can drop torps. Maybe we'll get lucky. It looks like he is actually starting to speed up. But, so that has been the recent developing events of this past week. I remember watching his video and seeing the things he says. Yes, probably should have been in better taste. Probably should not have been that harsh. So I will fully admit that was a bit extreme, but I can understand his frustration. And I think his frustration towards the game has been, in large part, coming for a while. And there we go. Finally get the kill on the Shikaku, and we are going to win this game. And I am actually going to go ahead and get ready to sign off, because the Fletcher should go down in a moment. But otherwise, we have won this game on points. And not too terribly bad. Not a bad game. Just still still don't know what to expect. But anyways, this is going to be it for this episode of Funday Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and give me your ideas on whether or not these Tirpitz captains are actually bots or are actually really good players that like to stick around their CV and provide additional AA support from a Tirpitz. Don't know why Alabama's, but Tirpitz. Anyways, do comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe you're thinking we're entirely wrong, which is fully plausible. But you guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.